What if the fate of this Lakers season doesn't hinge solely on flash and star power, but on chess moves hidden deep within the shadows of cap space and contract clauses? What if the line between a championship run and yet another heartbreaking exit is not drawn on the court, but in the quiet corridors where front office suits stare at spreadsheets and gamble with futures? Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, where raw truth meets purple and gold passion. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a second of this drama. Now, listen closely, because there's a storm swirling. On the horizon for the Lakers, a storm that might just redefine the very architecture of this team. Ever since the blockbuster trade for Luka Doncic rocked the NBA landscape, the Lakers front office has been hunting for size, for that titanic anchor who can hold down the paint and stretch defenses thin. They pulled the trigger on DeAndre Ayton to cement the center spot, a bold move in itself. But whispers are growing louder about another name entering the fray, Nikola Vucevic. The Swiss-born center, a player whose prime shone bright across the league for years, now finds himself at a crossroads with the Chicago Bulls. According to recent reports, if the Bulls can't finalize a trade by the February deadline, Vucevic and Chicago have agreed to part ways via buyout. This isn't just a procedural footnote. This could be a golden opportunity for contenders like the Lakers to swoop in for a potential bargain basement addition. Wait though, because nothing in Lakers land ever comes easy. The team currently flirts dangerously close to the hard salary cap apron, and despite having a roster spot open, absorbing Vucevic's salary is no simple feat. Lakers Nation's Trevor Lane laid bare the tightrope the Lakers must walk without making a roster sacrifice. Pulling Vucevic in during the offseason isn't just tricky, it's practically impossible. He even suggested the Lakers might have to sever ties with one of two fringe players currently on the books, Maxi Kleber or Gabe Vincent, by waiving and stretching their contracts. The question isn't just who sheds their salary, but what price the Lakers are willing to pay in terms of future assets. Lane argues they won't part with a second-round pick just to clear cap space fast. Instead, juggling dead money and roster flexibility could be the preferred path. It's a delicate balancing act, a complicated dance that recalls the financial woes that have haunted this franchise in recent years, always chasing championship glory while shackled by the past. But then, consider what Vucevic could bring, a near double-double machine who last season averaged 18.5 points, 10.1 rebounds, and 3.5 assists per game on an efficient 40.2% shooting from downtown. That's not just stats. That's the kind of firepower that can rewire the Lakers' offense, stretch defenses thin, and create new avenues for LeBron, AD, and the supporting cast. Imagine him alongside DeAndre Ayton, Jackson Hayes. The inside-out threat suddenly morphs into a strategic weapon, opening up space and forcing opponents to make impossible choices on who to guard. There's also the seductive whisper of a double-big lineup, the kind Imodica's Rockets found success with last season, leveraging Steven Adams and Alperen Sengun to brutal effect. Could the Lakers, with Vucevic's presence, add that dimension to their game plan? The tantalizing what-if hangs heavily in the air, as delicate and uncertain as a championship on the brink. Yet the reality bites harder. At 34 years old, Vucevic is skating toward the twilight of his career. Are the Lakers ready to bet on a veteran whose best days might be behind him? Or is his skill set and proven versatility a hedge against the unpredictability that has defined recent Lakers seasons? The stakes ripple beyond the hardwood. With just $1.1 million in salary cap space, the Lakers front office faces a gut-wrenching calculus. Who holds more value, Maxi Kleber's contributions or Gabe Vincent's potential? Which piece can they afford to lose to clear a path for? Vucevic? It's a question that strikes at the heart of this team's championship ambitions. Because at its core, every move, every wave contract, every penny of dead money is a gamble on this franchise's legacy. The fragile dream to reclaim the glory of Showtime and the championships etched into purple and gold lore. For us fans, watching and waiting, it's a moment heavy with history, dripping with what could be, and haunted by what if. Imagine the scenes if the Lakers do chase Vucevic. If this storied franchise dares to shift its strategy, leaning on a stretch big to unlock new attacking modes, to resurrect the dynamism that once enthralled the Staples Center faithful night after night. But what if it backfires? What if the financial gymnastics stretch too thin a roster already brimming with hopes and doubts? What if that dead money hinders future moves or red tape strangles potential midseason magic? The clock ticks ominously. As the February trade deadline looms, front office whispers swell to a crescendo. Will the Lakers, once the kings of Hollywood drama, take the calculated risk? Or will they remain sidelined, watching Vucevic slip through their fingers, condemned by cap constraints and roster politics? As a lifelong Lakers fan, I can't help but feel the weight of every decision crushing down. This team stands on a precipice, caught between playoffs dreams and the cold calculus of contracts. Will we witness the birth of a new empire, led by the bold maneuvering of our front office and the steady hands on the court? Or is this the fragile beginning of our unraveling? So, what's your take, Lakers Nation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be reading every single one. Listen up, Lakers Nation. This isn't just another off-season rumor or front office puzzle. It's a full-blown existential moment for this franchise. And if you're not feeling the electricity coursing through your veins right now, then what are you even doing as a fan? Because this is the kind of high-stakes drama that's been the Lakers' lifeblood, the raw, unfiltered emotion that you can't get anywhere else in sports. This crossroads isn't just about contracts or cap. Space, it's about legacies. LeBron doesn't just need help. He needs a front court that screams dominance. A big man who can share the weight. A soulmate on the court to keep the championship chase alive for one of the greatest players ever. Imagine the strain on a D, carrying the hopes of LA night after night, pounding the paint, trying to be the anchor and the top scorer. Vucevic steps in, and suddenly, the burden lightens a touch his shooting stretches defenses, opens lanes, and maybe, just maybe, lifts the curse that seemed to cling to these purple and gold warriors these last few post-Kobe years. But what if that gamble fractures the chemistry? What if the mix of veterans chasing glass and youth hungry for a break shatters the fragile locker room peace? Could the addition of a veteran like Vucevic stir tensions or sow confusion in rotations? Or does this mastermind move unleash a new kind of Lakers magic that surprises the league? A magic that has been lurking, waiting patiently, in the shadows of playoff failures and front office blunders? Because don't forget this, organizations. History is a roller coaster of soaring highs and gut-wrenching lows. Think back to Showtime's glitz and Hollywood flair in the 1980s, when the Lakers' dazzle with Showtime fast breaks and Magic Johnson's charisma made every game a sermon of joy and hope. Then the 2000s, with the Shaq-Kobe dynasty, the three-peat, a veritable empire forged in fire and loyalty. That era was more than banners. It was culture, it was identity. Fast forward to the 2010s, where the team grappled with the post-Kobe transition, injury hell, and toxic rumors that nearly tore the franchise apart. The arrival of LeBron and AD was like a thunderbolt, a blast of hope that culminated in the COVID bubble. That stunning 2020 championship under the most surreal conditions the NBA has ever seen. But what happens if that flame flickers now? Can Jeannie Buss hold on to her dynasty? For years, she's been both the steady hand and the lightning rod beloved by some, questioned by others, but the whispers are real. What if a billionaire swoops in, eager to redefine Lakers basketball with cold, calculated corporate ambition? What if the soul of this franchise is tugged in a new direction, a direction that might sideline the fans' heartbeat for good? Can the front office balance the ghost of the past with the promise of the future? Or will this be another chapter written in dashed hopes and awkward rebuilds? The ripple effect of these decisions isn't just felt inside LA. It's shaking the entire Western Conference. Rival franchises are watching, salivating. The Warriors, their dynasty arguably in its sunset, are circling could a Lakers reboot shatter their hold on the throne. What about Denver, the team with youthful, explosive talent sneaking up fast? Or Phoenix and the Clippers, vibing on their own mix of desperation and hunger? This kaleidoscope of potential outcomes is electric. Every win and loss is magnified tenfold because every move sends seismic waves rippling across the league. Imagine the Lakers unshackling themselves, reclaiming their old swagger with a revamped roster featuring Vucevic's savvy veteran presence, Aiden's ferocity, and LeBron's ageless determination. What if this is the perfect storm that breaks? The Warriors' grip that pushes the Clips and Suns back into the shadows where they belong? But now imagine if this bet backfires. The limbo of juggling dead money, tight caps, and aging stars rips the team apart. What if injuries strike at the worst time? Or worse, what if the Lakers front office proves once again they're tangled in their own web of well-intentioned but disastrous management? Fans remember too well the painful echoes of years past, the fade-outs, the missed shots that weren't just misses, but symbols of a franchise drifting without clear direction. That 2013 playoff collapse, the heartbreak of rebuilding years, even the uneven chemistry under Frank Vogel's tenure, those memories haunt every decision now. Yet here we are, staring down the barrel of another defining moment, with stakes so high it feels like the entire future of Lakers basketball is hanging by a thread. And beyond the court, there's the soul of the game itself. The camaraderie, the magic that is created when purple and gold collide with raw passion and burning desire in front of thousands of fans packed in the Crypto.com arena, chanting, screaming, alive like they did in the Showtime days. The pulse of the city waits, breath held, heart pounding, dread and hope intermingling like never before. This isn't just a basketball team, it's a symbol of Los Angeles itself. A beacon for every underdog, every dreamer who dares to believe in greatness, amid chaos. So I ask you, this pivotal moment in Lakers history, where do you stand? Is Nikola Vucevic the key to unlocking something fresh and bright for this squad? Or is this a step too far, too late, a desperate clutch that melts under pressure? Because from here on out, every move, every transaction isn't just business. It's a declaration of what kind of team, what kind of legacy this Lakers squad aims to be. As a Laker till the day I die, here's what I see coming. This season isn't going to quietly fade into another rebuilding tale or a perfunctory playoff exit. No, it's going to be a battle, a war of wills between management's cunning, the players' hearts, and the roaring, relentless fate of the fans who refuse to let this franchise sink quietly into oblivion. Now I want to hear it from you, Drop. Your rawest take below. Every true believer in purple and gold. What's the play? What's the future? And most importantly, what does our Lakers soul demand from the chaos?